hiring a copywriter reminds me back when I was a kid and I would go to the underground poker clubs and I'd walk in there with like $1,000, $2,000. Yeah, I was rolling and I'd lose. I mean, I might as well just light the cash on fire. That's literally the feeling and the experience that I got from hiring copywriters in my first business 4 years ago. I wasted well over $5,000. And, through the experience, I've learned why. And, one of the big issues that I've recognized with copywriters nowadays is they've turned to a lot of formulas and they've turned to 100% focus on the audience. While we know the audience is super important, I think that a lot of them forget about brand voice. I think a lot of them forget about creating a relationship with the person behind the brand and what they want to do with the brand and how they want to position it. So 4 years ago, when I wasted all that money, I made a decision to myself that I was going to teach myself copywriting because I never, ever, ever wanted to hire a copywriter again. So I started to follow some of the big name copywriters out there. I started listening to podcasts. And a couple years later, I came across a podcast where Chris the copywriter was featured. And I loved his tone, loved his style. And so I subscribed to his email list just so I could get some tips, tactics to put into my own writing and apply it to my new business. And I don't know, I was probably on his email list for a good 3-4 months. And I got an email from him one day. And he was writing about the carnivore diet and how he loves to eat steak. And my product is a product positioned for the carnivore community. So I got excited. I immediately sent him my Kickstarter campaign video. And he responded back quickly and he was stoked. His energy about this product was recognizable and humbling. So once I kind of established where we were and we kind of both had leverage, he's a great writer and I got a product that I think he might love. He might enjoy even writing about it. So this could be a good opportunity to get back into the copywriting hiring game. So we scheduled the call and the rest was history. Chris did my entire Kickstarter page. I sat in front of a computer staring at a blank Kickstarter page for months, trying to just come up with ideas and how I wanted to position this because I only had 30 days to raise as much money as possible. And when I asked Chris to do it, I could not be happier with the experience. First thing that made him different is the amount of calls he wanted to do face to face. And we're not talking like 20-minute Zoom calls. We're talking 1 to 2 hours, deep dives, getting to know me, getting to know my voice, getting to know my co-founder, my co-founder's voice. The time he spent away from our conversations, looking at my co-founder's Instagram, understanding who was following her, understanding her voice. He knows that there's a lot of angles that need to be covered if you're going to be successful at selling with your words. And that was the biggest thing missing when I hired the first 3 copywriters. They just never seemed to understand who I was and how I wanted to position the product through my voice. And it just came super natural for Chris. My goal for the Kickstarter was $80,000 raised in a 30-day period. And after upsells, we did $170,000. A lot of what he wrote for us on that Kickstarter page is going to be easily transferred into the website, into email. It was worth every penny that I invested. And as you can tell, I got my ROI extremely well. But better yet, the best ROI we got was a relationship with a copywriter that I could trust. And now we're friends. I can shoot him a text, ask him a question about something that I'm writing. And so this is really where he is just on another level. And if you're thinking about hiring Chris, jump on a call like ASAP.